Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me as always. I appreciate everyone who jumps in here. And if you could, please do me a favor while you're at it. Tell me where you're at in the comment section. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me your name. If it comes up Facebook user, I don't know who you are. So maybe just type your name in there. Let me know where you're watching from. Guys, also while we're at it, let's take care of some business. I want to say a huge thank you to BB3 TV and Taryn Kerper over there at Paranormal Brew for hosting us on their platforms all the time. So we do sincerely appreciate you guys doing that for us. Speak of the devil, there's Taryn right there. Hey, TK. Uh, Jake, how's it going? It's good to see you. Hey, Patricia, haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Um, so we're going to talk today a lot about some stuff that's coming up and some things that are coming down the pipeline. And we have a special announcement to make here today. Something that's really exciting for us. So we're looking forward to putting this out there. So we're super excited. What we got? Work watching it work. U.S. Steel. All right, man. God bless you, steel workers. Gavin, good to see you. There's the wife. How you doing, Walter? It's good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. And if you can, guys, please hit that share button and get this out. If you can, share it into your reenactor group pages, things like that. There's important information, and it's this is the best way to disseminate that information, get it out there. How you doing? I'm gonna say Tina. It's nice to see you. Mike, Joint Base McGuire Dix. Thank you for your service. Awesome. All right, watching from Norwalk, Ohio. Um, Okay, guys. So I'm gonna tell you what. We're gonna jump right in here. We get a lot of stuff to cover today, and I want to try to do this as quickly as humanly possible. Hey, Neil. Thanks for jumping in from Annapolis. No audio. Is maybe I don't. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I imagine you can. Um, you might have me muted there. But okay, guys. So as you all know, it's February, so our regular registration rates are now in effect. Our early bird registration period has ended. So go to thepcwa.org to register as a reenactor or a spectator. You can buy spectator tickets there as well. And also, if you're a settler who is interested in attending, by all means, you can head over there to thepcwa.org and sign up over there. So far, some of the things that I've heard. Hey, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm probably gonna miss some of you. Hey, Shane. Oh, thank you, TK. I appreciate you. Hey, and guys, chat. We're gonna be on Taryn's show. Taryn has an awesome show on the Paranormal Brew. Go check her out. I think Wednesdays at 7:30, something like that. I think Taryn. Um, so I've lost my train of thought, but um, so regular registration is up to $20. It's still cheap. I think most places you go to, I think most registration. Oh, it's 8:30. Okay, Taryn shows at 8:30. I should know this. um, and it's still cheap. And I think most places that you go to right now they're going to charge you 30 or $35 to get in. That's right out the gate. So I feel like we've kept it very affordable. And thank you so much to all of you who have supported us. We have over 1,000 registered. We got 100 just the other day. It was January 31st. Everyone's trying to get in there get that early bird special, and we registered 100 people in one day. It was pretty exciting to watch. So thank you all so much. So we are well over 1,000 now. I will post the list of everybody who's registered. We're working on that. Jim, our IT guy, he's a busy dude. He gets us the stuff when he can, but right now I know he's been pretty slammed. So we're waiting for him to compile that list, and we're going to post that on the website then. So you'll either the website or just the group page, one or the other. So you will be able to see who is registered. Because I do get a lot of those questions like, hey, Dustin, I didn't get confirmation or something. Guys, I'm telling you, the website, it sucks. Right now, the way it is, it's just, it needs updated. And we've recognized some of the issues. But at this point, this far into it, it's tricky trying to change it over to a new system. We don't want something to happen, but we're kind of working hand in hand with the gentleman who's making some suggestions, and hopefully we can get this kind of worked out and get the website a little bit smoother. But for anybody watching this who hasn't registered and is going to, don't overthink that form. The form is way stupid. It's way stupid. It's way long. All I really need is your name, your contact information, your what side you're fighting on. You know, USCS. If you're artillery, here's another problem, and I don't know if it's people not understanding the what a gun is. When we say a gun, most reenactors know that when we're talking about a gun, we're talking about artillery pieces. Some folks registered their guns as their muskets. No, we don't need to know your muskets. Most guys that are coming out, generally speaking, have some type of firearm musket, be it a Spencer, whatever, Sharps, excuse me. So things of that nature. But when we're talking about guns, we're talking about artillery, we're talking about cannons, and it's only full-scale guns that we are allowing to protect the battlefield. That doesn't mean you can't bring like a mountain howitzer and display it and talk about it and teach the history of that type of firearm. That piece of artillery is important. It was integral and used throughout the course of the war. It just wasn't at Gettysburg, so we don't want those guns out on the field. It's nothing personal, and I know a lot of guys like to have that stuff, but for keeping it as an educational program like we're trying to do, and trying to keep it as authentic as possible, we're keeping the mountain howitzers out. I know some people don't like that, and I apologize. So would like to know, is there any updates on women's events? I'm not sure what you're asking me on women's events. Are you talking about like during the event? So I do. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I want to tell you this person's name, and I'm a jerk because I was supposed to get back to her yesterday and I did not. Her name is Michaela. All right, Michaela, I'll tell you her last name. She is our new civilian coordinator. All right, we have to work out some things. I have to have that conversation with her in a little bit more detail, but we do have a new living history coordinator. She's super experienced. She's been doing it for a long time. So this is the person that living history, civilian, and all that type of thing. You guys will definitely be getting in touch with Michaela, and I will put her information out here as soon as possible. Cool. I love it too. Who doesn't love the cyclorama painting, right? You can see the green hue around me. That's my green screen. For whatever reason, it's acting a little. Today is a big night for you guys over at BB3 TV. I'm super excited for you guys. They have a really, really cool show in store. You should head over to BB3 TV and check out Dom and Tom's World. It's going to be awesome. Not receiving comments. I'm just pumping myself out that weekend. I'm pimping. Is that what you meant? I'm helping out. Dustin will just have to buy me a Zesperilla. I got you. I got you. Get us? No, it's Gettys. I haven't heard anything on civilian events for Gettysburg. Is there anyone who I can get in contact with? Okay, I will put that information out there as soon as possible. No, you're not going to want to be in civilian dress, believe me, in reenactor garb. Yes. Okay. All right. So that I will put that out. She is awesome. She's going to be a godsend for this event. So you definitely are going to want to reach out to her for any questions that you have, and I'll put that information out there. And again, I still have to kind of work some of the details out with that. So good stuff on that in that department. Another thing, we're listening to you guys, which is why I do these lives, which is why I do this, because I want you, like the reenactor, and even people that are just coming to watch the event, I really want you to have a say in how this goes, because really we're trying to cater to you guys. We're trying to give you guys a really cool event. Now, I'm not going to mention any names, but I've caught some flack over the way that I've been running this event, and a lot of folks are just like hitting me with the standards. And we talk about it every single time I do a show like this, and I'm not going to get into all the details of it again. But what you have to understand is there are organizations within the organization. Okay, like Jason Smith over there with the 72nd PA, he's doing a phenomenal job. Okay, putting together a massive battalion of zoo ops who are going to come out. That is going to look incredible. But we also have other people who are volunteering themselves and their money, who are making Corps badges that are going to be handed out to you, so you look like you're part of the same, Corps, and you're fighting in that regiment. You're going to look amazing. We're doing these things, these small little details, because they matter. And when we talk about things like standards, we're not trying to alienate anybody. That's not my purpose here. But what's being confused is our standards, the overall standards of the event. Yes, they are a little bit higher. They're a tiny bit higher, but I apologize, guys. Let me turn that off. They are a tiny bit higher, but they're not ridiculous. And as a matter of fact, if anybody ever goes back and looks, look, guys, I have a book here. This book, okay, is, and I'm not going to show you a whole lot, but it's 144th reenactment of the Battle of Gettysburg. It's the entire plan. Okay, I have the entire plan for that event. Their standards were actually pretty good standards. They were good, but the problem is they never enforced them. They never actually said, "Hey, we're going to make sure that this is what's happening." Their standards were decent. But they just didn't care. That's the difference between us and any other organization, is we do care, and we are going to walk around camp. We are going to ensure that you're not walking around with a Coke can, or a beer can in your hand. It should be in a tin cup. And it's the simple little things, and you're going to hear me harp about this the whole time. It's just the simple little things. We're not going to come out there and be like jerks to you. And I've been berated by some folks who think that I'm trying to be a stitch counter, which just isn't the case. But I do care about authenticity to a degree, and I do not to a degree. I care about it immensely. I would love to see everybody come out there and do the campaign thing, but I'm also realistic. I don't like to go out without my tents and my cots. I'm 43 years old, and the ground hurts. So, but I will give it a shot sometime. But anyway. So that's that. And I want to put that to bed. So a lot of guys are confusing our standards with standards of like campaigner units who have put their own group standards into effect. If you want to be part of the 72nd, you have to follow their uniform standards. You have to follow, that's part of their group. That's not me. Okay. I love what they're doing. I commend them for what they're doing. They're doing a great job, but that doesn't mean that nobody else cares. It doesn't mean if you're a mainstreamer, you don't care. We're not saying that. I'm just saying, don't confuse, okay, their standards with the event overall event standards. Okay. So now that's out of the way. How you doing there from Milwaukee? I don't know who we're talking to, but appreciate you. I can be the designated jerk if you need me to be. I don't know who you are, Facebook user, but I might take you up on that. My brother does the 146. Okay. Okay. So I want to get to the other thing, guys, something really exciting. As you all know, hey, there we go. This is one of our Sutler ladies or gentlemen. I'm not sure which one I'm talking to, but Soap Lady. Okay. There you go. We're super stoked to have you coming out. As you all know, this is a massive undertaking. Oh, Shane, you're the jerk. Yeah. You wear that badge with honor, my friend. This is a huge undertaking. The Battle of Gettysburg, as everybody knows, is kind of the mecca of Civil War, anything really, but Civil War reenacting as well. Gettysburg's kind of the core of it all. And we all know that Gettysburg deserves to be treated as such. It's not really, it deserves to, maybe you can help me how I want to try to get this out without sounding like I'm degrading anything or anybody, because I'm not. But it deserves a degree of care and attention that goes above and beyond just slapping something together and just kind of letting it go to do whatever. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to get at? It just, Gettysburg I mean, I'm not saying that the men that died at Gettysburg deserve more than the men that died at Shiloh or Petersburg or Vicksburg or Antietam or anything like that. That's not what I'm getting at. But Gettysburg, there was like 53,000 casualties. It was a massive thing, and it was the turning point in the war. It changed the entire course of the war, and it changed the course of history. So Gettysburg, it deserves that little bit of extra attention. And what I'm getting at with all of this, in order for me to do the best job that I can possibly do, okay, I'm not relying heavily on just myself or my staff or my board or those folks. We have reached out and asked other organizations to come on board and help us out. So as you all know, excuse me, Chris Anders from Rear Rank Productions has stepped in, and he's taken Confederate command, and he's brought a lot of people in. And again, without him and Mike Lavis and the work that those guys have done, we might not be where we are now. So my gratitude towards those people it's immense, and just publicly want to thank them for what they're doing, what they've done. And folks need to see past what those guys represent in the hobby in terms of campaigners or mainstream or hardcore, whatever. God, just get rid of all that. We don't care about politics, and I hate that. It doesn't have a place. There's no place for it here. So those folks that have contacted me and I do this. There's no place for that here, guys. This is a Civil War reenactment. We're just trying to do the best we can. That's it. All right, just get on board with that. We're just trying to do. And guys, I don't know if you all know this, but Gettysburg or any battlefield in Pennsylvania, any park or state is they will never support another force on force reenactment. That has been completely banned on public and state property. So you will never go to Gettysburg anymore and see. Well, I mean, they didn't do it in the Park Service anyway. But force on force reenactments are going to be a thing of the past here, the way things are going. So it's going to really come down to guys like me and our organization, and guys like Chris and Mike and Bobby, these people who are going out of their way. And listen, what this costs us personally in our own lives, financially, in the time it takes to do this, taken away from our families and things like that. And believe me, I'm not complaining. I love it. That's why I'm doing it. I thoroughly love what I'm doing. But, pardon me, it's going to require guys like us and guys like you watching doing this. It's going to require, if you guys ever want to do this again, show up at these events, support these events, all of them, because they're going away. We've got to get the young folks interested in doing this, because we're aging out. I'm 43 years old. Look at this white gray hair. I'm not a young buck anymore, and we need to try getting those people involved. And if we don't have these types of events to get their interests, then we're going to lose it. So understand how important it is what we're doing, and really how important just the entire hobby really is. I'm going to take a break here really quick. I'm getting behind here on the all right, Dave. Hi, Gretchen. It's good to see you. Well, it also gets hyper scrutinized as events go. It does. Gettysburg definitely does get hyper scrutinized. I appreciate the support for sure. Have you talked to Longstreet's A&V USVs? Okay, Doug. Yes, I've talked to A&V. I've actually talked to Longstreet's. I talked to Doug over there at the A&V. Dave Childs over there at the USV. They have voted to support our event in force, and we're grateful to them, as well as Terry over there at Longstreet's course. So they have all voted to support the event. So we're very lucky, fortunate, and blessed to have that support. How do we get young guys involved? Well, it's a good question. We have to have events. I mean, I remember the first thing that got me interested in the Civil War was literally talking to a substitute teacher, Don Aston, dear friend of mine. He was my mentor, and he's like a father figure to me. God rest his soul. But just his passion for the hobby and his passion for the war and the history of it, that comes through. That's what got me hooked. And then it was from there, it's like, I really got to try this. So I think back and I miss Don so much. Sometimes it gets me. It chokes me up a little bit because I missed his funeral. I came home, wouldn't leave. I was deployed, and I missed his funeral by one day. So it gets me sometimes, man. I'll tell you. So I'm going to jump right in here to the big announcement. As you can see here in the comments section, Homespun Historical Ventures is happy to support this effort, my friend. Yes, we have made a deal with Homespun Historical Ventures, and they are going to be helping us out with logistics and things of that nature. So again, this is where I was coming to. Homespun, Bobby and those guys over there have put on events in the past. They're experienced. They know what they're doing. And that's what, in order for us to do the best that we can do for you, if we have to outsource, we have to get people who know every aspect of what we're trying to do. Okay. And yes, I know a lot of this stuff, but I'm not an expert. So I go to the people who are. I defer to guys like Dick Waters and John Andy, who is doing an incredible job with cavalry. And guys, please, if you got to reach out to any of these people, reach out to them. Reach out to John if you're a Cav person, have Cav questions. Reach out to Chris if you have a Confederate question. Mike Scheibe for U.S. and Rick Scheibe, Rick Scheibe, Mike Scheibe and Rick Scheibe. That's a great one. Kevin Tiny Dawson over there for the Confederate Artillery. Reach out to these guys if you have any questions. Okay. They're going to help. They're going to help you. They're here for us. They are on board with our vision. They're on board with the way that we like to communicate. So guys, ask them a question. They will get back to you. I do apologize if you have answers. I get inundated with questions and I do my best to get back to them, but we are super excited about working with Homespun and tapping into all of that incredible experience that is only going to enhance your experience at this event. So that's incredibly exciting. So the PCWA is going to be supporting Homespun ventures going forward. Again, without guys like Bobby and that crew and PCWA and other organizations, Rear Rank and other people who privately go through all of this effort at a massive cost to ourselves and to family and things of that nature. We're doing it because we love this hobby and we care, and we get to make a difference in every single thing. Every single person who registers and comes to these events, you're helping preserve the memory of men who fought and died on these fields. That is incredibly important. That is something that you should be proud of, something that you should be very excited about, as I am, and as everybody that I work with. So we have such a great pool of knowledge, and it's just getting better and better. Bringing in Michaela and for Living History, and bringing in Bobby and Homespun and Logistics and Chris and Mike and John, Andy. I mean, God bless these people because they're going to make this event awesome. We all have this incredible vision. So, we hope that we're going to provide you guys with the best experience you can possibly have. Guys, I know I keep beating this up, but please, if you haven't done this already, please share this out to groups. Hit that share button. It's not hard to do, guys. It's right down there on the bottom. Just click it. Share it out there and get this out. There's a lot of important information. And I answer questions in these videos that I get asked 20 times a day. So just hit that share button. It's super, super appreciated. Also, guys, head over to the PCWA's 160th Battle of Gettysburg Reenactment group page on Facebook. Okay, we keep that up to date all the time with information as it comes out. I'm always putting stuff up there. And we have just a ton of stuff that comes out. You can also go to thepcwa.org. Again, website's a work in progress. We are going to get that taken care of. I promise the next event we do, this is going to be a much smoother process for everybody involved. Believe me, because it's just been a massive headache at this point, but it is functioning, and that's what matters. But but the big picture here is that we get to save endangered battlefield grounds that we're losing acres upon acres upon acres every single day. Now, I understand that with modernization, and I understand as people grow and people need places to work and things of that nature. Okay, but it doesn't have to. You don't have to build an Amazon on right in the middle of Fredericksburg. You know what I mean? And destroy an entire battlefield where so many people died like for their country and what they believed in. It's just heart wrenching to me and to be able to be in this position to make such a difference and to be a part of it with you guys. It is huge. And honestly, it means the entire world to us. So give me a sec here. Along with the Western Alliance, lend y'all support. I know us Texas boys are stoked. Oh man, I love this. I love that you guys are coming. You know, I hear nothing but good stuff about you Western Alliance fellas. I mean, I've never had the pleasure of working with any of you guys in the past, and it's to really, I can't wait to just, you know, see how things are going to go with you guys. But I hear nothing but great stuff. I'm super excited that the Western Alliance is supporting this, man. I'd love to see you guys come out in force. All right. Just helping get an event together and not even being in charge is very hard to see. Yeah. It is a lot. Well, I appreciate that, Jake, very much. But you know what? I mean, there's so many people. And believe me, if I went down a list of people that I need to thank, it would be a very long list and somebody would be forgotten. And that's just product of my old age. But there's a very, very long list. So if you have any questions or anything that you need from me, I'm always easy to get a hold of, guys. You can find me here on Facebook. All my personal information is easy to get. Or you can send me an email at info@thepcwa.org, and I will do my best to get back to that. I'm a little slow with that email sometimes. I do apologize for that, but I do check it every week. So we do appreciate that. Also, guys, the PCWA is accepting donations. You can go, and as of right now, we are still pending our 501c3 status. The IRS does not move fast, but we are in pending status in terms of what that means is we've met the criteria to become 501c3 tax deductible organization, tax exempt organization, which means any donations that you make to us will then be tax deductible. So as of right now, we are in the pending status. I have something very cool that I want to show you. Hey, Mo. Can you bring me that beautiful thing from Scott right there? So, guys, I want to make a little bit of an announcement about what we are adding to our raffle. I know, and people are very excited about getting this raffle going, but check this out. We are adding to the raffle this beautiful, completely full rucksack, backpack, knapsack, whatever you want to call it, okay, with a bedroll, with the blanket. Inside, there's some goodies in there. Do I tell them what kind of goodies are in there, or do I let them get surprised?
Well, you got to let them know what they're raffling for.
I don't know. I think this is pretty good. Just the knapsack and this. Oh, and by the way, there's other accoutrements. There's a bayonet with a scabbard. There's a belt, and those are donations that came from a good friend Todd Welsh, and who has been very helpful in supporting this event. We do appreciate him. A couple other little things, but so pretty much, you guys, this will be a second chance raffle. Okay, we're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do it. If we're going to do it as a secondary raffle, or if we're going to do it as like kind of like an addition to. See, why don't you tell me what you think? What would you guys like to see? Should we do it with the musket? I know what you're going to say. Sure, do it with the musket, Dustin. But then if we do that, then we might have to kick the ticket price up from 20 to 25. There you go, babe. I don't know. So what do you think? How should we do it? Should we do a secondary raffle? Because that is cool, and it is packed with goodies, okay? It is packed with goodies. And I'm going to let you – I won't tell you what's inside. I will let you figure that out when it's time to collect your prize. That donation came directly from our Vice President, Scott Fink. and we sincerely do appreciate him. And this guy pays attention to detail. This guy's a staff. He's a former staff sergeant in the U.S. Army. The man's had multiple deployments, and he is just squared away and pays very good, close attention to detail. So I promise you, everything that's in that thing, you're gonna love it. It's great. So I'm getting some feedback here. Gretchen says, "Surprise you." I think that's a good idea. Oh, check this out, guys. She'll donate something for the ladies from her shop. Can't forget the wives. Absolutely, I love that. So let's get together on that. So Gretchen says, "Do it secondary raffle." Patrick, okay. I like that. I like where that's going. How do you enter the drawing? Okay, so here's the thing. Because we are still pending, why not draw two names and let the first name draw and choose which one they prefer? The second one gets the other one. Well, that's an option. We can definitely talk about that too. All right, so Joseph, to answer your question, we haven't made the raffle go live yet. This is a 501c3 issue. We wanted to have that raffle going weeks ago, but unfortunately, we can't light a fire under the IRS's butt because they don't care about us. We're not a priority to the IRS. So we're kind of waiting for that 501c3. But I will say we have had discussions about doing this in another way. Because HHV is supporting the event and we have partnered with them, we may do it through their 501c3. It's just something that it's being discussed. It hasn't been settled yet. But if that becomes a possibility, and if we can do that, we're going to roll the raffle out right away. And stay tuned to our pages. Again, the PCWA.org. We will put that on the website. There will be a link to the raffle on the website. There will also be a link to the raffle on the 160th, the PCWA's 160th group page as well. And check out our Facebook page. And we'll keep it posted there. We will also be boosting some of those posts out. So I'm sure you'll probably see some of that stuff coming out here as soon as it's available. So, but again, if for those of you who haven't seen it, the other part of the raffle is this beautiful Enfield musket. $20. A $20 ticket gets you a shot at this beautiful $1,500 Enfield musket, and it works beautifully. So you definitely don't want to miss the opportunity to get a hold of one of these tickets, because $1,500 for a musket, and they're very, very hard to get a hold of. That's the other part of the problem, is because of COVID and the supply chain issues and things like that, it's very difficult to get a hold of things like muskets or even some accoutrements and things like that. I am accepting donations of uniforms. I mean, I need a unit, but the problem is if you're going to donate a uniform, don't donate it directly to me. Tell me you're going to donate it. He should be a supplier if you're going to be able to do this, because what I want to do is one of our winners. I'd like to be able to outfit them in a uniform too. So we could outfit somebody in a uniform and accoutrements and a musket. A lot of really cool things. That's really what we're trying to work towards. So if you know somebody who might be interested in helping us out with that, that would be amazing. So guys, that's really about it. That's about all I had here tonight. I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions, by all means, fire them away at me. If there's anything that you want to see. Oh, so listen to this. I will tell you this. So one of the interesting things is how do we get a decent stone wall in the field for the angle, for the high water marker? Because you can't, let's be honest, you cannot do Pickett's charge if you don't have a stone wall. It would just be pretty cheesy. I know there are folks in the past who have done some things that are questionable at best. I'm not even going to get into details. I mean, some of you guys have probably seen some of what I'm talking about, where folks have built paper mache stone walls. But here we have this really cool solution. So we have access to an entire stone wall that's back in the woods, and there's stones all over the place. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw down pallets. a bunch of these small little half pallets. We're going to throw them down all where these stones are. The farmer has a forklift. He's got the tractor. We're just going to stack stones on top of these pallets. We're going to wrap them up. We'll cart them up to where we're going to put them, and we're going to set the pallets down in place, and we'll leave the stones right on the pallets. We'll adjust the stones, make it look really good. And then when we're done, we're just going to pick up the stone wall, and we're going to move off. We'll put them back. It's really simple, and you get a real stone wall. I thought that was a brilliant idea. My wife and I both came up with that one. She came up with the hold it. Don't you even try taking all the credit. She's already lost. My wife has clearly lost her mind.
Absolutely not. You guys were gonna do it the back asswards way.
The pallets were my idea.
Horse shit.
The pallets were my idea. This is how married couples. This is how we behave.
No, you wanted to move them.
No, the pallets were my idea. She just had the idea of setting them down, just leaving them there. That was her idea. But anyway, we teamworked it.
Scott.
Anyway, so guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for jumping in here again. Please go to BB3 TV and like and follow them over there on Facebook. And Paranormal Brew, Taryn Kerper is doing a kick-ass job over there. She don't even take her side. Really? She told me. Okay, Gavin, thank you for redirecting this because I did want to talk about that. How did the commanders meeting in the Slavers go last Saturday? Excellent question. I did want to talk about that, so thank you for bringing that up. It was awesome. To be completely honest with you, I had no idea how many folks were going to come because we didn't ask for RSVPs. We didn't, I know that Chris and Mike had conversations with guys, but there was over 30 people that showed up to that. And it was great. We took a couple of loads out. The ground was kind of soft and wet. It was kind of a sloppy mess out there, unfortunately. They had just had snow and they had rain, and it was a lot. So outside of the messiness, it was excellent. We got a lot of positive feedbacks, and as a matter of fact, we got some feedback that we may change a couple of things to just kind of make the layout of the event better for everybody, and also to try to accommodate, like I said earlier, and I again, as I always do, a shiny nut went somewhere, and shiny squirrel, I went after it. We're listening to you guys, and we're trying to make it so you see as little modern encroachment as possible. So we're putting campaigners, that don't want to see anything modern at all, which this site you generally don't. Up, they're going to have your own places in the woods. You won't see much. So, we're making those changes. We are listening to you guys again, which is why we're doing this, because we want your feedback. I'm trying to give you guys the best experience that we can possibly do. And then going forward, I want you guys to trust us. I want you to trust the PCWA as Homespun is trusting us, as Re-Ranks has trusted us, and Chris and Mike and all these folks and John and all the people that I forget to mention. Don't take it personal. You're always in the back of my mind. We couldn't be doing this without them, and we couldn't be doing this without you guys, without reenactors. It wouldn't happen. So God bless every one of you. Thank you so much for your support. We do sincerely appreciate it. And guys, keep it going. All right. Hit that share button. Always share out the stuff. You see us posting things, please put it in your groups. These a lot of information. We're trying to get this out there to not just reenactors, they're spectators that we are trying to reach. So if we can do that, guys, it takes a group effort. It takes all of us. It takes everybody working together to do something like this. It's so massive. Again, if we didn't have you, none of this would even exist. The PCWA wouldn't even exist if we didn't have reenactors who do sacrifice so much in terms of money and time and research and effort. It's not lost on us here at the PCWA or Homespun or Rear Rank. So we sincerely appreciate you guys. So thank y'all so much. God bless. And I'm not sure when we'll do another live. Just watch the place and just watch the page and stuff. And when we go live, we'll post it and we'll see you guys then. Okay. God bless. And thanks for showing up, and have a good night. Take care.